Now, the next question is about Kirk Fest and Mega Quest and the Questers and all these lovely children's.
Ah, the food.
I love all the songs.
I like the games.
The games.
The enthusiasm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've never been to Kirk Fest. Can you believe that? I know.
And it's an enthusiasm that is obviously quite a loud enthusiasm sometimes, quite a noisy enthusiasm sometimes, quite a messy enthusiasm sometimes. And I think what I like especially about that is the fact that I don't have to be the grown-up who's going about, you can't have this mess noise and no, we can't work if we're doing that noise.
I think, like I say, every time we see service on Sunday, when we see the kids acting out the songs and singing and thoroughly enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing, watching the children enjoying themselves.
So as much as I like seeing the faces who come back, it's always nice to see the new faces and to see folk who are experiencing this madness for the first time, whether they are children who have joined or whether they have adults who have decided, yes, this is the year I'm going to be brave, I'm going to face up to this.
It's a great idea and it's great to see all the kids involved. I believe there's going to be quite a lot of kids involved, so hello kids. They're all wonderful.
I know.
They're all wonderful.
Yeah, in their own ways.
In their own ways, they're all wonderful.
What is your 2 favourite things about Kirk Fest?
2 favourite things. I've written down 3 favourite things. Am I allowed 3 favourite things?
Oh, I know what I really like about Kirk Fest. I once went to a barbecue at the Man's at the end of Kirk Fest.
Yes.
And I saw Mrs. T get splatted with
I
either
remember
cream
that.
or shaving foam. So that's my favourite memory of Kirk Fest. Favourite thing about Kirk Fest.
That's fun.
I love running about, having lots of fun, lots of smiley, laughing children, and getting to make a little bit of a fool of myself.
Yes.
That's good fun.
Yes.
I love all the songs, and I think the last time I was through for Kirk Fest, not Kirk Fest, but for the holiday, for the in-service days, activity days in February, it was great because I wasn't playing, Rachel was playing, and it was great fun doing all the actions and all the dancing and singing with the children. I love that, everybody. And I love the drama. I can't wait to see what Log Off's escapades are this next time. Really looking forward to that. And I think just being with everyone, Maureen, from youngest P1 right up to the oldest helper, it's just fantastic. And just seeing everybody's faces and enjoying themselves, and there's serious moments as well, and we all feel safe together. And
that's right.
Just fantastic, Well, I'm not normally very good at crafts, but fortunately the people who are leading the crafts make it simple enough for even somebody like me that can't do it.
My second favourite thing was last year, for the first time we did a Kaylee, and that was my favourite thing.
Didn't I do that with you?
Oh, sorry. I was stuff I'm wanting. Well, now we've come to the last question, and this is probably one of the most important questions. Now, we come, sadly, to the final question. Okay, so the final question. I come to my final question.
Oh dear.
Okay, that's flown by, hasn't it? Oh well, Alison, we're coming to the final question now. And I would like you very much to tell me what your 3 favourite things about God are. What's your 3 stories?
Well, I know He loves me. I know that in my heart, deep down in my heart, that God loves me. He created this amazing world and everything in it. And we see, I think recently with lockdown, people have talked about the birds singing. And,
I know,
It's so amazing to see all the birds and the wildflowers this year have been, just amazing. Just my favourite things, one of my favourite things doing is looking at the birds and looking at the wildflowers and things. And I think most important for me is that I know God is always beside me. He's always there. I can ask him anything. I can speak to him about anything, and I do. And he's always there for me, whether I'm angry, whether I'm sad, whether I'm happy, joyous, whatever. So I think that would be my
one. The fact that he lets you be who you want to be. And he doesn't mind if that's a grumpy person or a happy person or a greasy person or whatever. So I like the fact that I can be who I am round about him. I like the fact I often rant at him. Nay, I listens to my rants, but I often rant at him. And sometimes it's about big serious things, and sometimes it's about little tiny things. But I often rant, and he doesn't get fed up with me the way that, you know, some folk might. And the third thing I think is the fact that, do you know, just now in our world, there's things that are so different. Things that have nobody has seen the like of before. And I think that what I'm coming to appreciate just now is the fact that God is ever changing to all the different circumstances that are round about us, but he's still there the same.
Hooray to that.
Firstly, I think it's that God gave us music. My life would be pretty dull and boring without it. So I'm very thankful for that every day. My second thing would be I've been looking in lockdown a lot more at reading the Bible than I maybe would have done before. I've been following the Bible in 1 year app, which is very, very interesting. So I have really enjoyed all the stories in there, finding out a bit more. And my third favourite thing about God has to be the community and the family that we have at Ellen Parish Church. And I think especially during lockdown, our neighbourhoods of care have done a super job of looking after us all. I went for a walk with Amy last week, so that was fab.
Well, the feeling that he's always there, and very important. He's always there. Yes. Even in a dark, quiet church, he's there. My feeling being out in the countryside. This is maybe where it comes from. My dad being out when I was young. The countryside amongst trees and amongst the hills. I go along the hills, but that's where I find God. The feeling of God. That's two. Safely. I think I've found God a lot in this last few months that we've had. With all the help that people have been offering and all the help that we've had, God's been there all the time.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And it is a case of saying thank God. There's been a lot of horrible things happening, but in the main it's brought out a lot of good people and a lot of good things.
Yes.
God led, I'm sure.
Okay. So I would say that God doesn't judge us, no matter if we do something wrong. He doesn't judge us. He will guide us in the right way to make things better if we've done something wrong or if we've made a wee mistake. He always listens to everything we say. Sometimes we maybe don't get an answer right away, but we always get an answer somewhere down the line. Is that two or three? Two. And my third favourite thing would be that I can speak to him whenever I want, wherever I am. I don't need to be in church, and that's probably something I've learned quite a lot recently, is even though we can't be in church, we can still speak to God.
Do you think Jesus has been a part of your life for a long time, or did you just recognise him recently, or what? Tell me the story.
Well, my story goes right back to when I think I was about 6 days old. I believe I was born on a Monday.
Right.
So take another 6 days and we're at Sunday, and I think I would have been at church that day in the pram. Would have been taken, and I would have been there. And I think you can probably count on my 2 hands how many times I haven't been there.
Well done.
We even used to, when we were on holiday, we used to search out the nearest church of Scotland and go and see what it was like there. So
and that's good. Because we used to do that as well.
So the whole time he has been there. But I do remember when I went up to the big school, and some of the older boys and girls at Kirk Fest might experience this soon, that all of a sudden there were lots and lots of people that maybe didn't go to church. When I had been at primary school, there were lots of other kids and lots of kids in my class and my friends who did go to church. And then at the big school there were heaps that didn't. So I spent a wee bit of time then finding out more about it and having a little bit of a question to wonder why maybe other people didn't go.
And it's okay to question, I think, because that's part of the journey. So that has been really fab.
And that's it.
Thank you.